Hello there. Inflation impacts all businesses because it impacts the bottom line. From a mathematical perspective, managing inflation entails managing the two variables that affect your profit. That is your costs and your prices. In this video, I offer tips to help your small business survive the inflation by focusing on these two variables. I'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Raymond Huan, and if you own a business, you are interested in business, or you wish to learn about the tips and tricks on how to operate your business better, I encourage you to click on the subscribe button that you see before you right now. The inflation rate is a measure of how much prices rise or fall. Most economists will say that a steady pace is a good thing because it's part of the economic growth, and a steady pace means it is predictable. However, as soon as inflation becomes an issue, most financial experts will zero in on cutting costs to keep businesses afloat. At the very least, cost-cutting measures will help free up some cash to help business owners ride the tide of rising prices. At best, good financial housekeeping measures help create healthy business habits that will help businesses survive, even thrive, in the worst of this inflation. As a business, let's look at what you can take both in the short and the long term to help you manage inflation. Let's focus on two things: your costs and your product prices. Reviewing your costs and prices is best done with your accountant or your business coach. That's because the process requires reviewing not just the dollar values, but also, perhaps more importantly, how these dollar values impact your business, your products and services, your operations, your internal processes, and your relationships with your suppliers, employees, and customers. Furthermore, don't limit the process review to just the dollar value of these variables, because the costs and prices go beyond just the numbers on paper. Costs also refer to time value, and prices may also refer to customer value. Let's start our discussion with costs. To keep it simple, let's distinguish between the costs of running the business and the costs of the goods and the services that you sell. With new workflows and work arrangements that the pandemic may have ushered into your workplace, it's time to review your operations expenses. Perhaps you have moved into a more flexible arrangement with your team. Do you need the same real estate space pre-pandemic, or would it make more financial sense for you to move to a smaller, less expensive office space? Moving to a smaller area also means cutting down on utilities. Will you need the same office equipment? Would it make more sense to cut down on the existing equipment? Perhaps trade for better equipment or sell them altogether? Do you have subscriptions and services that you do not use or not as much anymore? As mentioned earlier, when reviewing your costs, don't just focus on the dollar value. Think about the time value of your internal processes and protocols. This means that any effort towards streamlining your processes also counts towards cost cutting, because it reduces the person hours in the short term and makes your business lean and more agile, freeing you up from unnecessary procedures that could cost time and money. Think also about automating your processes, such as invoicing or payment processes. Think about reducing the need for human intervention for some of your operations, especially if they are predictable, in a steady state, and not crucial to the business. When you streamline your protocols and procedures, you're investing in your processes to improve productivity and reduce your costs. You're investing to save more, making sure that you are using your resources to the things that create the most impact on your business. This is also a good time for you to review your cost of your goods. Can you renegotiate prices with your supplier? Can you improve your production processes? Can you reduce packaging? Can you find alternative sources of input? Think about how these processes would affect your customer experience. Ideally, these changes should not negatively impact the quality of your product or how your customers experience your products and services. This is especially true for restaurants or for any food business. However, if it does change the product or service experience, you must communicate or explain this to your customers. Communicate which changes you are making and why you are making them. Depending on the product and how your customers value your products, raising prices may be a better option than cutting costs significantly. If cutting costs reduces the quality of your products, It is also an excellent time to review how you charge for certain features of your products and services, such as your handling and delivering fees. You may consider charging for these related services or only offer them for free for a certain amount of purchases. If you offer subscription services, consider reviewing which services you offer for each plan. This is also a good time to review and see if you can find alternative revenue streams. Are there marketing segments that you still need to tap? Can your product or service serve as a substitute or an alternative for goods and services purchased in these untapped markets? Just as you may be looking for alternative inputs for your products, specific customers may be looking for alternatives for products that they typically buy in a move to cut down expenses. The good news is that businesses have many options when finding solutions to curb the effects of inflation on their bottom line. However, every business is different and there's no one-size-fits-all solution. This is why I recommend that you look at working with your accountant or your business coach, because they will have a good understanding of your business, your needs and your goals, and which strategies will work with you and will help you address the needs and achieve your business goals. My name is Raymond Huan. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to catching up with you in the next video very soon.